I have found that to be not the case most of the time. That the women that are in their 40s already had their kids. They're not looking to have another family. Very rarely are you going to find an older woman who wants to have kids.
Yeah.
But again, knowing you look like the kind of guy that,
Why do I look like that?
I don't know.
Well, I don't get a different look.
You're like the relationship kind of kid.
Oh, fuck. You called me up. This is. I just wanted to make this note. You called me up and you were like, "Thank God you're not like this guy. Thank God I raised a beta son, not like these fucking douchebag alphas that are on this TikTok."
Yeah, you took offense.
Yeah. What kind of comment is that?
I don't like those alpha male bro kind of guys.
You don't call your son a beta son?
What are you gonna? What's against an alpha? What's the opposite
I could be an
of
alpha in my own way.
I don't like alphas.
Okay, well, either way, what is a mutually, you're on a level playing field with someone.
Well,
what is this?
I didn't mean it to.
Up or down, or what is this?
I didn't mean it as a criticism.
You're putting me in a hierarchy.
I just thought saying that you're a nice person, not one of these idiots.
Yeah, okay. Don't refer to me as a beta son.
All right, you're not a beta son.
I don't want to be a beta son.
I'm sorry. Did not realize that was an insult.
It's a fucking insult.
Well, I would rather have a beta than an alpha any day of the week.
Oh, okay. And I'm not a fucking beta.
Okay.
God damn. All right.
All right, go into the sneaky freaks.
All right, let's take it to the sneaky freaks.
I thought we were going to get mostly older women, younger men relationships. I didn't realize that there were a lot of...
We got both sides.
Yeah.
First of all, we got a fuckload of responses to this. It was crazy.
And I told you that was going to happen. You were like, you sure people are going to want to chime in? I go, oh, I am sure.
By the way, if anyone ever wants to chime in to our weekly question, we send out once a week, although this time was twice a week because we recorded twice a week. But usually it's once a week, so you're not getting harassed. It's just a fun way for us to communicate with you. We could do it anonymously if you want to just tell us. We want to keep you anonymous. But we read as many responses as we can on the show because we love to hear from you. Our number is 310-356-3920. And you can also check our episode's description. It's the first thing in all of our episodes' description. The number's right there. Okay.
And just sign up because you'll get the text. You don't have to respond, but I think it'd be fun for you to see what everybody else is doing.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with Mike. Mike says, yes, I've dated an older woman, much older, about 20 years my senior.
You go, Mike.
She was much more experienced than myself and overall an amazing lover.
This is what I would expect to get.
Yep, you got it. There we go. How about this one from Marley? I'm married outside of my age group. My husband is 18 years older than me.
Ooh.
He knew I wanted kids. We have 2 so far. He is so patient, steady, and even where I'm sometimes up and down. It bothered me when we dated, but once I realized I may never find a love like this again, I had to accept it. Of course, I worry that we won't grow old together, but my mom was widowed young, dead dad club solidarity. Hello.
Hello.
So you never know what can happen, even if you marry someone your own age. I see a lot of my friends struggle with their marriages and having babies and their husbands that didn't know what to expect. I have to admit, I have one of the happiest marriages I know of my friends, my age, and that could be a coincidence, but I love you guys, and you brighten my week.
Well, that's a happy ending story.
Great to hear from Mark. So this is a younger woman, older man relationship.
Well,
seems
it
to be
did
working
bring
out
up
like
another
a fucking
point, which was that women typically live 3 to 4 years longer than males. So you kind of want to find someone that's 3 to 4 years older if you want to die together.
Did you hear what she's saying, though? You
I
never know
and
when the partner's going to die.
That's true. And also another aspect to what I would say these little dickies brought up is about how a person ages and how a person gets, heavier or, whatever it is that happens during a marriage.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Kick them out of bed if they gain 30 pounds? I mean, what are you going to do?
So what is the point here?
The point is that we never know what's going to happen in our future, right?
Yeah.
So you got to live for the now.
Yeah.
And if you find someone that you really connect with, age should not matter at all.
Yeah. So this is from Mackenzie. My boyfriend is 10 years older than me. The pros are he is better at letting things go than anyone I've dated my own age, myself included, which I think is the wisdom that comes over time.
That's true.
The cons are he always is pointing out where certain stores used to be. Nostalgia for fast food gone by, I guess.
I think that's more of a personality trait because Deez does that. Oh,
and he's a younger guy.
And he's a younger guy, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's constantly pointing out shit. Well, some people like to point out shit.
I don't know. People like to point.
Sometimes when I'm in kind of like a lighter mood,
You'll point at
and I'm
things
just
too?
kind of chit-chatty, I'll start commenting on the places around us, like who's going into that place. I just start jibber-jabbering.
I've never known you to jibber-jabber.
I never jibber-jabber on you.
Why don't you
I'm a
jibber-jabber?
straight shooter with you.
I like a few jibber-jabber
I will
occasionally.
not jibber. Today in the car on the way here,
No jibber-jabbering.
I was thinking to myself, how does my mother have this many things to say? It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe how many topics you could bring up in the matter of like a few minutes with so few responses from me.
It's called ADD.
It was unreal. I don't even think of that many things in my head like during a day.
Do you know what your father said?
Yes.
You've heard
You can tell it to the listeners.
Listeners, sneaky freaks. When I was like in my 20s, he said, do you realize, Karen, that if you are at a certain amount of when you're born, you have a certain allotment of words that you're able to say in a lifetime, that you would have used yours up already in your 20s.
Yes. There's an irony there that you could barely get those words out of your mouth talking about your own words.
It's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words.
In my brain, they're all jumbled up.
I would be so terrified if I were in that skull of yours.
In the skull.
Terrified.
That's the way the brain operates.
This is what happens when you smoke so much hash underneath a fucking
There's nothing wrong with smoking a
glass.
little hash. I wish I could have a little hash right this minute.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Joseph, do you have any hash in here? Norma says, yes, seems like younger men are becoming more attracted to older women.
Woo, hoo, hoo. It's all because of Demi Moore, by the way.
You think she started it?
With Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, absolutely. She started the whole cougar. By the way, you know I reinvented the word cougar to be a confident, older, unique, genuine, assertive, and racy woman.
Yeah, I'm fucking aware of that,
I
Mother.
just wanted to let the sneaky freaks know about that.
Okay. So you don't think it had anything to do with like MILFs and porn and stuff like that?
First of all, if you talk to my friend Nancy Sutton Pierce,
Yeah.
who
The doctor,
she and I go nuts when people call us MILFs.
Why?
That's so objectifying. Mother, I would like to fuck. Come on. That is so objectifying.
I wouldn't mind if someone called me a sylph.
A sylph? You're a sylph?
Wouldn't mind it.
Son, I'd like to fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to get those sneaky freaks going here. Anybody want a sylph?
It's
I'm a sitting
fucking
across
better
from
than a
it.
bilf.
What's
A
that?
beta I'd like to fuck.
Oh,
You love that? We're not talking about beta anymore. I can't stand that
all
joke.
right.
Okay, anyway. Norma goes on to say she's 58. She gets all kinds of 20-somethings and 30-somethings sliding into her DMs.
always.
She goes, I was engaged to a man 15 years younger. Look at that. The pros were more energy,
Yep.
more excitement,
Yep.
more stamina.
Oh, yeah.
The cons were immaturity, of course,
Unfortunately.
and mommy issues.
Not always. Not always.
What do you mean, not always?
I don't think you can generalize and say that I hate that if you reverse it and say that a girl has daddy issues. It drives me nuts.
Well, and this is her experience.
Okay. Norma?
You could be fucking Norma up until the last sentence.
Norma, you and I would have a lot of fun together. I found that there is like a whole mindset of women who, at first they might say, oh, I've never dated someone that young. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't date someone that's the same age as my son. The next thing you know, they're doing it. They're not doing it in a public setting.
Yeah. We got a few responses here. I mean, I don't know if we want to go into this.
Yes.
I mean, this is kind of a wild response.
Okay.
I'll read it. This is from Glenda. I've dated outside of my age group. When I was 16, I told this guy I was 18. He told me he was 22. He was really 28.
Oh my God.
We saw each other because a lot of problems. See, I was a child under the custody of the state, and he was a cop, so we snuck around to see each other. The cons were he was a pro.
A pro? This is a
wild story that's about to happen.
I don't think you should go on. I like to move on to the next one.
Let's just say he used to make me bubble baths and record me. I had no clue it was wrong.
Oh, she's 16?
She was 16.
All right, move on. We're not
Then the guy
encouraged.
gets caught. Oh my God.
Oh,
This is
my
unbelievable.
God.
But the pros of the relationship, she says, were that he was someone who made her feel safe, and he had a job and money and a car, and it was really nice to start to
Job, money, car, all
Yeah.
material things. So far, I'm proving my point.
Okay, all right.
How about this one? I dated a 35-year-old woman when I was 48. It was flattering that I, quote, still had it, but I couldn't keep up with her energy level at all. LOL. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
You love that the older women got gusto, that
young
juju.
men, them young men have a hard time keeping up with the older women, especially once they're.
Let me tell you
Like,
something.
just imagine you're in a marriage and usually if you're divorced, the sex is not good at the end of the relationship because you're having problems, right?
Yeah.
You get single again, and the floodgates open.
You're rearing to go.
Like
Like a little jackrabbit.
If you're a young guy looking to find older women, just go to those like hotel lobby bars. Sit there. You're going to find some horny old, not even old. You're going to find some horny women going through a second adolescence.
All right. Thank you for that very hot tip, Mother.